So this is where we're going to get to the research part of the searching and researching assignment. I have found my sources found a source from Gale, and that's the researching part. Here is where I have to do the arguably harder part, and actually find out whether or not this source is going to help me in my research to answer my research question. So here I am on my source number 1. I have my research question: what are the root problems and or causes of Islamophobia in France? And for the purposes of this video, I'm going to imagine that I had already filled out all of this stuff. I searched Islamophobia in France, and I have the title up here, and I've included the citation and the OPVL potential. Now I'm going to paste what I've already copied, which is the entire text of the article. The entire text goes here, not just little clips and snippets. I'm going to come back up here and I'm going to clean this up just a little bit. I'm going to get rid of the listen, and I don't really need the Lexile measure of this text. I might even move the title of the article here just for my own sake. Oops. Again, it'd be really great if I could spell Islamophobia right. I'm only going to read through the first paragraph for the purposes of this video, but you're going to do this for every single paragraph in this article. You're going to closely read and annotate. I'm going to annotate using some of my tools on Google Docs. I'm going to use the highlighting tool. I will probably be using some underlining and some bolding as well. So here we go. The title of my text is Islamophobia Rises in France as Identity Economic Crises Meet. A number of attacks against Muslims in recent months in France have put Islamophobia into focus, which analysts believe stems from an identity crisis French society has been going through as a part of the turbulence modernity is experiencing, coupled with people's social and economic fears. So I am going to be using a system to mark the text, and I'd suggest that you use the same system for all 4 of your sources. I'm probably going to be using a specific color, maybe not to highlight. Maybe I don't want to highlight. Maybe I want to change the color of the text of certain key terms, because there's no circle button on Google Docs. Oops. So, nope, I don't want to do that. Say I want to circle some key terms, but instead of circling, I'm going to change the text color. I'm going to put Muslims, France, Islamophobia. I probably will also put identity crisis, because that seems like it's going to be really important. It's also in the title of the text. Modernity seems to be another term that will probably be important. And I'm also maybe going to highlight this idea of social and economic fears. I want to make sure that I switch over to highlight before I do this. I am also maybe going to put stems from an identity crisis as another highlighted text. Okay. And I'm also going to put down here in the soft notes section that I'm not quite sure what this means. I think that it means that the rise in hate crimes or prejudice that we see is because of society's fears. And I'm sure that later on in the article, it will go into more detail about that. I could also be totally wrong. This is just the first paragraph. If it's wrong, then I'm going to come back and change these notes. But this is the part that is the researching part of your assignment, is that you need to be going back and closely reading annotating the text, taking diligent notes on your sources in order to make that connection to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. One other suggestion that I might put is that if you see anything in your article that you think will be helpful later on when you're writing your paper, maybe it's a quote that you absolutely need to include. Maybe it's a piece of evidence that would be wonderful if it was paraphrased. You could do a number of things. You could highlight it and choose a different color for your highlighting. You can also come over here and add a comment. And in your comment section, you could write something like potential quote to include, or maybe use as paraphrased evidence. This is going to come in handy and make the writing of your paper go a lot faster, the more diligent notes that you take this time around. All right, that's our lesson today. So good luck with searching on Gale, and happy